Welcome to Umoja 2 TV Podcast. Another remix show we got here. I'm Coach Danzy, alongside my partner, Coach Fuller. And we got a special guest today with us, Ozzy Dejesus. Did I say it right? Say it, Coach. Don't just say no. Just say it. All right, good. He's how you been there, young fella?
I've been good. Just been really just relaxing, getting out a lot, working out, doing my homework, and just playing the game a little bit.
Okay, good to hear. All right, so we got Ozzy here. Ozzy is from McKill Christian Academy, the Lions. He's a 6'1" senior guard. I thought he was bigger than that, but that's what I got in my notes here. He averaged 19 points a game, 7.5 rebounds a game, 3.4 assists. Outstanding. He finished his career with 1,288 points. The 1,000-point club there. Awesome. He also is a New York State Class A fourth team member, Delhi Gazette All-Area First Team, Times Junior Large School First Team, Channel 13 All-Star, Kirvin Cup MVP, Section 2 Class A. He got a title, and he made the Section 2 Class A All-Star team, all-tournament team. So we got a tremendous athlete here with us today. So I'm getting right my first question with you, Ozzy, and it's going to be, when did you first pick up a basketball? What age were you when you first picked up that pill?
Oof. 7 or 8. I started late. I wasn't when I was a little kid, I used to play a bunch of different sports, see which one I really liked. I used to play baseball, soccer, golf. I did track in middle school, but when I really started taking basketball serious, it was probably 8th or 9th grade.
Okay. You jumped my question a little bit, but tell me, what's your first organized team you played on? What was the name of that team, and what age were you?
The team that I played with was the Fleet. It was started in the 7th grade. It was like a little team that Amsterdam, the good coach Matt Moeller, he created it with a bunch of just Amsterdam-based kids, no one from other areas. We also did all best friends, and we just traveled one tiny car to different tournaments just to play.
That reminds how me and Coach Fuller used to do it back in the day at St. Joseph's. No question about it. All right, so tell me, when did you realize that basketball was a sport for you? When you fell in love with it, when you knew that you could probably be a significant player, as your results have showed with all the accolades you got? When did you really feel that? When was that moment for you when you know this sport was for you?
Honestly, 7th or 8th grade, when I started taking it serious and knowing that I could actually be something. But I didn't really take it serious. I used to be lazy. I didn't push myself when I was younger, and I feel like that's hurting me now, and I'm regretting it. But if I did that later, early, I could be 10 times better player than I am right now.
Good that you recognize that. That's very awesome. All right, tell me your best overall performance this season.
We traveled out to Binghamton. I think we had 4 games in that 1 week, and we played them at home, and it was kind of a brawl. So we all had a chip on our shoulder. We wanted to come in and honestly just punch them in the mouth right away, and I just went for 40.
I saw that. You got 43 points against Binghamton. All right. You also had
another 40-pointer here, Coach.
Yes. You also had 27 points versus Lansingburg in the Class A Section 2 championship game. One of your top-notch players on your team, Barnhill, he fouled out in that game, but you stepped up late. You also had 17 points, 11 rebounds, and 5 assists against Gloversville in the Kirvin Cup. Outstanding performance there as well. So, I mean, you definitely put some work in this season, man. Awesome to see. So name me some players
Thank you.
You got it. Name me some players that you played against that were your toughest competition. Give me like 2 or 3 players that you felt that that earned your respect. Even though you gave them buckets, and you probably gave them that L, but you still left the game saying, yeah, this guy can follow.
Honestly, this is a tough one. I'm gonna have to give my respect. They're both from Green Tech. Damani Owens.
You said Owens?
Those two are Owens and Benjamin from Green Tech.
Okay. Now, were you about to say something?
They're both really good players. They're both really good players in my opinion. They when Tech at home. I feel like when we started to catch game momentum, those were the 2 players to slow us down or stop us. We would go on a Owens or Damani would get a steal, or Owens would get a block, and then Damani would get a bucket on the other end. But those 2 are the key players. And if I had to go with someone else, no, from Waterville Elite.
Who you say?
We had when we played them, I said JJ Chesney. When we played them, we switched 4 different players on him just to get him tired throughout the game. Because we knew he was going to switch me and a few others on him throughout the whole game. And I'm pretty sure he was really tired at the end of the game. He had to be.
All right, Coach.
Yeah, recently I just got a phone call asking what is my opinion about you, because some looking into you, recruiting you or whatever, and was asking some questions. And so the report I gave them was that this is a guy who can score at all 3 levels. He can score from the range game and finish at the basket strong. Talk to me a little bit about your abilities and how did you do 3? You can hit the short and finish at the basket strong. Talk to me a little bit about your game in that respect.
About my game, I feel like the rim at any time I want. I can get shots whenever I want, in my opinion. But I feel like my biggest feature that no one knows about is I pass the ball really well. It may not show up, he doesn't average 4 or 5 assists. But I'm getting a player open to find another. So I feel like I'm creating me attacking the basket or me getting open to draw another defender is getting my teammate open. So I feel like my best feat, creating for everyone else. And then when everything starts to open up, that's when I can start scoring for myself.
That's a good game to come out with that mindset that I am talking about all levels of offense, and you go into how you make other teammates around you better. Now, in that instance, talk to me how it is playing alongside a player like Barnhill and how you guys feed off each other. One thing that I neglected to mention is also you guys play very well good defense as well. Playing with another star like yourself.
Honest, I was last year I felt like Barnhill was a little young and he still needed another year to grow and be that player that everyone is seeing him. So I noticed this year that he was really the real deal. So I started I was I talked to myself a little bit. I was I'm just gonna slow down. He's doing his thing. We're both doing his thing. That once you punch, I'm injured or fouled out or in foul trouble, he's gonna be there. If he's fouled out, then I'm gonna be there. And whenever we're on the court, I honestly think whenever we might be one of the scariest duos in Section 2 when we played.
Oh, I have no doubt about that. I mean, I watched the game against you guys in the final, in the section final, and they put up a heck of a fight. And I saw where when Barnhill went fouled out, I mean, and he was getting irate over there. Not irate, maybe that's a little bit too much, but he was just a little bit annoyed at the fact that he had to go sit to the bench while his squad was in combat. there and you said to him, just chill. You calmed him down and you proceeded to go in the game and just assert yourself and take over. Talk to me a little bit about that experience and what was going on.
So when he fouled out, I was like, I'm not about to lose this on my last game. I'm like thinking positive and negatives, because that's what you think, positive and negatives in situations like that. So I was like, you know what? I called the people that were on the court, and like my coach was like arguing, and he like called us over. I was like, can I say something? And I was like, there's one thing we gotta do the rest of this game, and it's fight. There's nothing else there's no miracles that's gonna happen. You just gotta fight every single play. So then they started pressing, and then I'm like thinking like, okay, I gotta assert myself into the press to create for either myself or others. And I was just like telling my coach, just give me the ball. I was like, I don't mean to be rude to everyone else, but give me the ball and I'll create for everyone. So I remember the one play like changed the whole game. I come down on a fast break, and like I cross, and like I see Roddy, our shooter, I see him open, and I hit him. Like, dear Lord, please make this go in. And he hits it, and I was like, let's go. I was like so excited. And I felt like that was like the biggest turn point when Barnes, because like that really gave us a boost. And like I think that brought us up to 7. And then I feel like that's when like Berg really noticed that they had no chance coming back.
People to understand about you is what I'm, gravitating from you. I just talked to you and I watched that game. I was there, and you pushed buckets right after Barnhill went out, and here you are citing a play where you hooked another player up and he knocked down a shot. That speaks volumes to you. So coaches and people out there, that's the kind of guy you want. That's the kind of guy teammate you want to have in that respect. Now, talk to me about your coach. What it's like playing. I'm sorry, his name. I'm going on this right now. I'm drawing a blank, so you can bring it up for me. Talk to me what it is.
Bowman.
Talk to me what it is like to play for that guy. You guys are having like a lot of reasonable success over there, and he's building quite a powerhouse, I might add. So talk to me a little bit about playing for that guy, his values, his system, and things of that nature.
Honestly, I think he's the best. He's in Section 2 to ever do it. He went from having me, Jonan, Ricky, and Al, 4 superstars, and creating us a team. Like Coach DJ Jones from Green Tech, like he did it too. Like coaches like that are good. Like, but Coach Bowman, he's like the greatest. Like, if you want gym time, he's there. He's helping, like, practice rides. He'll go an hour and away to pick you up. He's the great. He's a mastermind. So when we won sectionals and we had a regional game, the team we were gonna play played an hour and a half away. And he put our practice to our morning practice. He changed it to 6:30. So he could drive out 2 hours to go watch them play. And also like he's like a mass, like, yeah, he pushes us a lot, he yells at us a lot, but cares for us and wants the best for every single person on that team. He like when we were down, I think it was 12-0 at the beginning. We're furious, and he was like, one thing we have to do is just believe and have faith in each other. And I feel like that was like there's nothing you can really do in that situation. Like, you just have to come together as a team. And I feel like when he said that, it made us come together, and like we just blew up and started on a roll.
Awesome. That's a wonderful guy you want to play for. I tell you that much, and this speaks volumes to why you guys are building the program over there that they're building. Go ahead, Coach.
Yeah. I must admit, man, due to our schedule this year, I didn't get a chance to see you as much as I like. Good thing that Coach got there to see you a few times when I didn't, but that's why we don't have much footage. We really did want to see you, but the conflicts. Both our sons play ball, so it's kind of hard this year to get out. We went to one of your games. We thought that your gym ended up being at Mahonison. So we got a little cross, we got a little misdirected there. So that screwed everything up. But like Coach said, man, you know what you're saying is just awesome. And if a college coach is watching this and listening to you speak, man, I don't see why there will be an issue of having you be on the team. Like you'll be a hard worker, a guy who's going to be committed to the program and everything else. So I wish the best for you. Now, since we're talking about that, what are your thoughts right now as far as next year?
I'm down to if I just want to go straight to college or prep school. Like due to this whole COVID thing, it's kind of like if I just want to, like, if they're gonna be able to go on college campuses, or are they gonna have another whole online course? I feel like if they do the online course, I might have to just go to prep school because, like, I don't know if I could, like, college, yeah, it's hard. And, like, I'm, like, a visual learner. You see everything in front of me. So, like, going to college, like, I want to, like, learn everything in front of me. But, like, my heart, like, my mom always tells me, you belong not where you want to.
Yeah.
Like, she's always like, she was like, and, like, my dad's always like, there's always other things harder than you for the position you are in. And I'm like, yeah. But, like, I feel like wherever I go, I'm going to be successful. Like, if I just go to prep 1 year, I could probably get a higher school, more money for school. Or if I just go now, I'll be able to just jump right into it, get my body successful in the 4 years.
Okay. Now, you mentioned your parents, man. Talk to us about your parents and the influence they had on you academically and athletically. I believe you still live in Amsterdam, right? So I believe there's a commitment on their end to make sure that you get to school.
Mm-mm.
You know, or you moved to. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I live in Scotia because I had to live in Scotia so I could play my junior year at McKeel.
Oh, okay. All right. So talk to me about your parents, though. How they influenced you academically and athletically.
So this is kind of funny. Like, my mom is, like, more academically, like, strong, is, like, more athletically strong, but, like, when it comes to the one, they're both on the same page. Like, if, say, I'm struggling in school a little bit, they'll both be attacking me. I'll get 1,000 messages while I'm in class or something. But basketball stance, they just both want to see me work. They'll drive 9 hours to see me play. They don't care. They just want to go see me be successful and be happy where I am. And my dad always, sometimes he'll, like, bother me to work out. Some days I don't want to, but he's like, I feel like if I listen to him more, like I said earlier, 10 times better player. I feel like since I didn't listen to him as much and I didn't push myself, I felt like I kind of regret it a little bit, but, like, it's because I'm still in a great position and that some kids don't have today.
Yeah. It's good that you recognize it, though. It ain't too late. You're still young. All right, so talk to me about, have you played another sport in high school?
I played football in 9th grade.
Oh, 9th grade. Okay. What position did you play?
I played a wide receiver, but I didn't really like it. It's not the contact. The coaches kind of bothered me, like. But after that, I was like, you know, I'm just gonna put my mind to basketball and just work. So that 9th grade going into 10th grade summer football, and, like, I started working out every day. And so the tryouts for varsity came, and I was like, should I try? So I did for Amsterdam. And the coach was like, you know, you're most likely to be a starter for your work ethic throughout the summer. You sure? I'm a sophomore. There's other seniors on the team. And they're like, no, your potential is better than all the others in work ethic. I was like, thank you, coach. It means a lot. And then, that's when I really stopped playing football.
Mm-hmm. So football gave you a little bit of oomph, though. I mean, you got the contact you needed, and you started working out after that because of football. So I think football had a good impact on you. The COVID-19, we talked about it. You actually mentioned it a little earlier. COVID-19 came in and smashed everything, closed everything down, shut everything down. What have you done? What have you done to stay in stay in shape and work on your physique and work on your ball handling, work on your jump shooting? What have you done during this time of COVID-19?
So I've been running a lot. Like I haven't ran a lot like this. I've been lifting weights a lot, but I do dribbling. But I feel like the more I touch a basketball, the more it's gonna make me think about all this stuff that I had. But I'd go outside. I'll shoot 100 shots right in the road. People would drive by and say hi and keeping myself in shape. I could have a break here and there. It won't kill me because I can go double the next day because I don't have nothing to do. But I feel like I don't like it. I feel like my day is planned every day. I feel like I do the same thing every day, and it's starting to get really boring. But yeah, I just like my mom. She's a nurse, and she takes care of COVID. So every time she comes home, I have to my dad has to clean the whole shower before anyone can enter. Everything she comes by, we clean. We just don't want to risk. She doesn't want to risk her own children getting it or my dad. So sometimes when my mom works with a lot of COVID patients, my dad will sleep in the living room just to stay away so no one else gets it or you get infected with something else.
Salute to your mom, man, for being one of the responders, man, during this crisis, man. Salute to her. My last question: the COVID-19 came in and stopped everything, like I said before. What are your chances of your team possibly winning the state championship? Talk to me about that. What do you think your chances would have been winning that state chip?
So, funny story. I'm gonna bring you for the Toda. So practice before, all of us we were joking around, we were fooling around before practice, and Coach Bowman, everyone was just joking around, and he sends a few players out of practice early, and I was one of them. So we come the next day, we're all serious for practice, we're all ready, our laces are tied, no one has said a word, and then Coach comes in, and he's we're not playing. He says he keeps going, but he's saying basically we're not playing, and I didn't think we were ready to play this team, but we had, even if we were, a really good chance on beating them. But in my opinion, we were winning it all. We have so much talent. People are always saying to have a bench, but I don't feel in high school basketball you really don't need a bench. You're not playing 48 minutes like NBA players are. You're playing 32 minutes and you're able to play. This is when you're able to play the most. But people are always they don't have a bench, but we're so physically fit that we only need one or two players to sub in at a time. But we're so fit. Coach Bowman, props to him. He gets us in fit during the summer before anyone is even thinking about it. During the summer, he had these state championship goals from the beginning, even without the add-on to Jonan. He had it with me, Ricky, and Al. He's had state, sectional chip, regional, state. He had it all. He wanted all of that. So we were in McKeel, 6:30 a.m., working out till 10:30 summer morning. And then we were able to go on with our day. But then later that day, we probably had a summer league game. So it was just a lot he was trying to get us prepared for. But no, we had a great chance of winning the state championship with all our talent, with Jonan, me, Al, Ricky, Joey. We had a bench. I feel we had a great chance on winning it.
Now, last question before I send it to Coach. Now, if you win the state, you go to the federations, and guess what? You know, you got Albany Academy there. What are we talking about here now? Are you talking about a tournament of champions? What's going on here?
Funny thing is, me and Andre were really close, and I had this conversation with him a few nights ago. He was like, "You're lucky we ain't playing on a federation." I was like, "Hey, Dre." So I was like, we were going back and forth, but like, honestly, like, I'm a competitor, and I don't care who's in front of me. I'm killing you. Like, if I want, I'm going through you. If I'm not gonna get it, I'm going down without a fight. But like federations, like, I'd be happy with just state championship. But like, I feel like McKeel versus Academy would be like a politics game, in my opinion. Like, because like those are two powerhouse schools in the like any area, especially Section 2, and I feel like that'd be like the biggest game probably in a while, because it brings so much. But like, that'd be such a fun game with all the people there, playing my friends, playing with my brothers against like one of the greatest teams to ever be around, and like, that'd be great.
Awesome. Yeah, sure. I think that you guys could have fooled around and could have, if y'all want to double it, state championship with that team. That team's no joke. But so I just want to say to you, man, that like I said, job on the court and having the opportunity to sit down and kick it to shows us even more of the all-around person you is in a player that you are. And so it is a pleasure for us at Umoja 2 TV for you to grace us with your presence, and as well as your talent and your skills on the basketball court. So we thank you. We know that we wish you the best in the future endeavor, whatever you chose to do, like you said, prep school or what have you. And I also want to throw in there, what I really want to say too, is that you keep saying I could have been further if I would have started sooner, but the work that you're doing is called restoration. So everything that you thought you lost will be restored to you. It'll catch up with you. You will be exactly where you need to be and where you at and where you're supposed to be. So understand that. You don't have to worry about losing anything. Mm-hmm. So having said that, it's a pleasure having you on the show. We wish you the best in your future endeavors so we can follow you. We'll have you back on while you're doing damage in college or whatever you're doing. But thank you, and good luck with the rest of the way.
Thank you, guys. Thank you guys for having me.
Yeah, I'd like to say thank you as well, man. I appreciate your time, and you're obviously a fine young man, and I wish you nothing but the best in your future. All right, so you gotta take care. All right, you got it. So that's our.
Yeah, have a nice day.
You too. That's Ozzy right there. Umoja 2 TV podcast. We're signing out. Peace.